everybody, welcome back. This is Amy Thomson with another pick a card reading. Today's pick a card reading is very special. It is what you need to hear right now. I've drawn the cards ahead of time. I've drawn charms that are hidden beneath each one of these ahead of time. And so your job is to tune into the energies of the cards, like relax your mind, relax your thoughts, take a deep breath, maybe close your eyes, or maybe you just automatically know. Whichever card pile is drawing you in, you just select that pile, go to the description box below, and there will be a link that will go right to your reading. So click on that link, and then I'll give you some information that's hidden in these cards. All right, let's get into it. What you need to know right now. All right, group number one. If you chose group number one, this is your reading, okay? We're going to have a look at the charms now, but we're not going to decipher them until I do the reading, okay? You have a twist tie, a little chain with a hook, connector hook. You've got an anchor on like a necklace. You've got an angel pin. You've got a zebra eraser, and you've got some, I think these are allergy pills, but regardless, you've got some pills, and then you've got the words laugh is gentle. When I pulled them, these ones were on the side, so we could have also sweet friend on the back. So we're going to have a look at what these things mean after, okay? Some of you guys might be seeing some things for you in there already, but just hold on to those thoughts. We're going to move them aside. We're going to get into your reading. Okay, so first card you have is Understanding to the left, okay? Then you have the Empress upright. You have My life is as good as I allow it to be. You have Nothing is more important than that I feel good. I can pivot under any and all conditions. And Work through your fears, or New Moon in Scorpio in reverse. So the numbers in this reading, just in case you pay attention to numbers, you've got 48, you've got 18, you've got 20, and you've got 56. So 48 ends up being a 3 when you condense it down, 18 becomes a 9, the 20 becomes a 2, there's another 3 in this reading, 56 becomes 2, because it goes to 11, and then 1 and 1 becomes 2. Okay? All right, so what you need to hear right now. First off, you have very strong, confident energy within you. In this moment, you may second guess yourself. However, what I'm seeing in this reading is that, now you know what? You've come through a lot and you're standing tall. Right underneath the Empress, you have Worked through your fears in inverse, which is giving me an indication that you have actually been working through your fears. You're, essentially, I'm getting this like vibe of unstoppability right now with what you're doing. All right. And that you're radiating beauty around you, and you're standing tall and allowing growth. What I'm seeing also is that these are, when I read the cards to the left or the right, I read them as like, this is where your thinking is. Okay. So these cards are to the left. And so what I'm seeing is that these are thoughts about your past, right? Because the reason you're in this Empress energy and you've come out of some things you had to actually work through, is that when you saw things in your past, you were, you recognized that you were the only one who could control the situation. You were the one who had to like take things into your own hands, but you also had to have compassion and understanding for yourself, your situation, the people around you, the people, because everybody around you in the situation that you were going through, they were all dealing with their own thing in their own way. And so you might not have seen things in the same way that they did, but you suddenly had this understanding and realization that, wow, you know what? They may never see things the way that I do. They may never understand the way that I do. They may never share the same ideas. It's up to me, for me to stand in my own power and my own happiness and my own truth. All right. So this card reading is kind of an indication that from your past, like you recognize that there's some event or several events that led up to this. Like, I have to stand in my own power. And this is you growing into yourself right now. Okay. you do recognize that life is only as good as you allow it to be. And before you were not allowing it to be good. The message I'm getting is you were holding on to grudges and judgments and regrets and criticisms, and all of these things were like getting in your way. And so because you had these things in your energy, you were not being who you are in your core essence. Therefore, you were not being as powerful as you could. Things weren't happening as easily, and the universe wasn't manifesting things the way that you wanted to. This is like you kind of had this understanding. I'm getting that it was an epiphany, aha moment, all right? That you have to look up. Okay, so in this card, okay, you've got a person, right? And on their head, they've got another person attached to their crown. Okay, it's all symbolic of who they are. But the person attached to their crown chakra, like their crown, is looking up at the sun. Now, the sun is connected by a string wrapped around the person's arm and going to the third eye. So this is saying it came from your inner knowing that you were the one who had to keep your eye on the prize, but the prize really came from within. It came from your own heart center. But this is your intuition that told you exactly what to do. And so what's interesting is you notice that in this picture, this person's eyes aren't directed towards their third eye or their heart chakra or where it is. They're actually connected to the light that they put out, right? It's like you don't have to worry about how things are going to come out of you, because it's like it's attached to you, and who you are at your core heart center is like a glowing, radiant, beautiful being. And so for you, having this realization that as long as you're living from your own inner truth and you're following your intuition, you don't even have to look at it. It's like before you may have been trying to control things. Now you're like, okay, great. I'm going to follow this path. I'm going to trust that what is for me will not go by me. This is key. And that you just have to allow your life to be good. You don't have to try to control it to make it good. That's the difference between what was and what is. So before you were having a lot of wanting to control things, and therefore things weren't working as well as they could be. The other cards you've got are, I can pivot under any and all conditions to the left, and nothing is more important than that I feel good to the left. Yeah, I'm getting the indication that you were kind of like beat up before. And when I say beat up, different people are gonna, this is for many different people, so it's gonna mean different things to different people. It's like, it could be that you were like just worn out and tired and, you know, you were stressed out, or it could be like literally that somebody, or you're like, that you had either done things to yourself or somebody else did things to you that hurt you, right? So regardless, you were in a space before that was not good for you. It was not serving you. It was not where you wanted to be. It was not your truth. It was like you were living from, again, trying to control things, but also there being a power struggle between you and other people. Okay, and I'm getting from this for all of you, or most of you, okay? It might not be every single one of you, but most of you, that there was a giant power struggle within you. And it was like needing to control who you are to project to the world to be able to get the results you want. There was like a lot of calculation within you on how to be with other people and on the outside so that you could achieve the results you wanted on the inside, right? So what's really, really cool is you had this understanding and this epiphany that, you know, you need to treat yourself better, and you need to do things that are for you, and you need to do things that feel good for you, and that nothing's more important than your happiness. And the moment that you stepped into that and you started realizing that even in the midst of chaos, even in the midst of misunderstanding, even in the midst of criticism, doubt, and fear, you were able to pivot in those conditions. You were able to just shift to what feels better right now. Where do I need to go for me right now? What feels right for me? So you started actually shifting your own belief system in a way. No, you know what? Not in a way. You actually started shifting your own belief system and started moving towards your own happiness. And you recognize that it's like, if you look at these birds, they're kind of going around and around, and they go up and they flow around, and there's lots of beautiful colors. But the thing is they don't always go in the same direction. And you have an understanding now that even when things don't go the way that you want them to, that it's a cycle. You're still going to go down, you're going to come up, you know, but the important thing is that you pivot and that you feel good, okay? So you don't have to try to control you feeling good all the time. You just have to pivot in that moment about what feels better in this moment right now. And the great thing is for a lot of you, you've mastered it, and some of you, you're still working on it. Regardless, you're getting that your fears, this was the battle within, you're working through that, or you've already overcome so much. And so now where you're at is you're coming into, or you're actually right in the middle of standing in your Empress energy, very natural, very beautiful, very vibrant, being able to create things, nurture them, and it's all coming from your heart center. So that's awesome. And you need to hear a really big acknowledgement, okay? What I'm getting for you from the universe is like a really big acknowledgement for this process and this journey and these realizations that you've had. All right, let's get into your charms. Okay, so the first thing I got is that somebody, either you or somebody in your life, has challenges with sleeping or with breathing, and that they sometimes rely on some kind of medication to help them to be able to relax or sleep or calm down or whatever. And that, okay, if it's you, the message that I'm getting is that by continuing to tune into your energy and doing some meditations and things and allowing that trust to unfold that everything's okay, if it's you, you're not going to have to be dependent on different things to help you go to sleep soon. You're going to be able to sleep better. Okay, so what I'm getting is there are some people in your life who may be insomniacs, or who may have challenges just with either allergies or colds, or maybe even some people have a flu around you right now. There's something around you with the people that you interact with, and somebody's sick. And it doesn't have to be sick, okay? It's like, this is for different people. So something it's a sleeping issue, some people it's a breathing issue. It's funny I say that. Once I said that, I'm like, so yeah, that's an indication or you know what? Some people might just have a hard time communicating the things that they want to say to you. And they feel like a little something would help them relax to be able to communicate with you. Different messages for different people. So I just channel what comes. All right. So you've got a zebra eraser. So there are things in your past, and what's interesting about this is this zebra is a little worn, it's a little dirty, okay? So where it would be normally black and white with a little bit of pink, so there's like black and white and gray and kind of a bit of brown, and you know, some parts are worn off. So consider that this is like your past, and where you before, oh my gosh, this is again a double message. So some people, it's like before, the way they saw the world was like mixed up, and by mixed up I mean the colors were mixed, the perceptions were mixed, like they didn't have a clear understanding and clear lines of like black and white, right or wrong, you know, like just there was, for some people it was a difficult time separating the good from the bad, or you know, and so they judged their past. Like this can be for some of the viewers, you judge your past and try to categorize it. But then what would happen is that not everything could be categorized. Some things would just not fit. But this is saying that regardless of how you categorized or saw the past or tried to fit things in, it's like it's going to be erased or eroded over time anyways. So don't hang on to the past, because if you're still stuck holding on to the past, you're not going to be able to live into the future as easily and as well. Like if you keep going back to the past, then this Empress energy that you have right now will end up like kind of getting rubbed out a bit. Okay. The other message is, as for you moving forward in the future, it is okay for you to categorize what is happening with your life. For example, it's like you know who you are. You may not feel you know who you are, but you don't actually have to know. You have to just trust that you're being led from your heart center and that your intuition is going to guide you the right way. Okay? So what this is saying is that moving forward, you can easily categorize things also into the right places by, does this feel right for me? Does this not feel right for me? And kind of just like sift aside different things. And keep in mind that there are going to be things that you're not necessarily going to know which category it goes into. They're going to fall into like these little gray areas or the little pink area. That's totally okay. Because over time, they also will be less important than they are in the moment. Okay? You've got the anchor. Yeah, right now is a very, very good time for you to get settled in your life and focus on the things that you want. You've got very solid, grounded energy. So regardless if you're like moving around and doing different things, or whether you're, it could be like with a relationship, with work, with schooling, with friendships. It could be with health. It could be anything. It's like you have a very good energy right now. So whatever area is important to you, and you want some more solidity and stability in it, feel free to anchor yourself to like set some roots. Like, don't feel that you have to just get up and run away or make major shifts or anything. It's like you can trust that right now is a good time for you to settle into the areas that are important, because you have this inner knowing and this energy that's very strong. So even if in the past things have shaken for you, or things have fallen apart, or things haven't worked necessarily, what Spirit is saying right now is you can be grounded right now and trust that you have a strong enough understanding and inner knowing right now that you will just naturally feel guided to make the shifts when you need to. Okay? So don't feel like you can't get settled, because you can. Yeah, there's a twist tie. You feel tied to some things that may or may not be good for you. Yeah, I'm getting for most of you that it's people, and that there are some thoughts that you have about what you should do or not do about your situation. You have these thoughts repeatedly, and Spirit is saying that, you know what, you're free. It's like this twist tie is actually it's very straight. It's not twisted, it's not tied. So it's like you are more free than you realize, and you can make the shift in your own time, in your own way, and you don't have to worry. If you want to get settled and grounded, you totally can. All right. Again, here's an attachment, right? So here's a little hook and a keychain. Okay. So whatever it is that you want to hook yourself to at this time, you can trust that it's for you. Okay, you can grab a hold of something. Maybe it's a dream you're working on. You want to go after a big project or a goal, or a love interest or something like that. Just feel free to put out. It reminds me of the claw game. Okay, you know, like the arcade game, and you've got the claw and it goes down and it's like, whoosh. So feel free to reach out and grab hold of what you want. Because, you know, you got the anchor, you've got you have everything going for you, actually. And even the angel. You've got the angel with a green heart chakra stone and golden light and a crown. It's like you are divinely guided and supported. Okay? These are the ones that could be, there's laugh, friend, and you've got sweet, gentle. Maybe you have a sweet, gentle laugh. Maybe you've got sweet friends. Maybe you're looking for somebody who's gentle, or maybe you'd like to be gentle with somebody in your life, or maybe you just need to be gentle with yourself. But life is very, yeah, it's like my sweet friend is gentle. Laugh. So if any of those things resonate with you, that's pretty awesome. So all in all, this is an amazing reading. It's something that Spirit wants to acknowledge you for, and just have you be more trusting, I guess, in your inner knowing. You've got everything going for you energetically. You've come through lots, and you're backed by the spiritual realm. And that if there are any sleeping or breathing issues, yeah, that things are going to be, things are going to feel better and calm down soon. So that's what I have for you, group number 1. I hope you enjoyed your reading today. Oh, you know what? I wanted to dedicate this reading to somebody. I should have done that in the beginning. There's somebody who sends me messages, private messages on Facebook, and they're like, oh, I just came across your page and tuned into your reading. And again, it's bang on, and thank you so much. And those kind of messages make my day. His name is Ken. But they make my day because so many times I'm thinking I shouldn't do this, but then people tell me how much of a difference I make for them. And it's those kind of things that make me want to do this more. So if you liked it, please give it a comment. send me a message. Feel free. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and give it a big thumbs up. Thanks so much. Bye. Okay, if you chose group number 2, this is your reading. Okay, first we're going to get into the charms. We're not going to like analyze them or do anything with them until at the end of the reading, but I'm going to show you what they are now, just so you're not sitting there all curious. So you have the inside of a clothes peg. You have the words special beauty. You also have 2 key rings and a chain with a screw on the end of it. And you've also got a walnut shell. Okay, from black walnut. Okay, and this is for what you need to hear right now. Okay, so the first card you got is Safety in Inverse. You got the 2 of Pentacles in Inverse. You got the Sun in Inverse. Mother of Pentacles in Inverse. The 10 of Pentacles upright. You got My Attention to It, invites the essence of it. You got I am developing the skill to direct my thoughts. You got a lot of cards. My what is need not influence my what is becoming. So both of those ones are to the right. Gotta look up and see how much room I've got on the camera. Okay. So I've got the law of attraction responds to my vibration in inverse. You have I can follow the trail of good feeling thoughts to the right. Sorry, upright, I mean. You got conclusions are within reach, or full moon eclipse to the right. And you got the end of a tough cycle approaches, full moon in Capricorn to the right. Okay, so give me a second to tune into the energies of these cards. Okay, so what I get for you right away is that there's a lot of chaos and turmoil in your life. Now, it's not that it's going badly necessarily, but it's like there are things that you can see in your life, in your future, in your vision that you really, really want. And the thing is that they're big. You've got big dreams and goals. You're working on something special to you, and this is going to be different for different people. So some people, it's like you're working on work projects or goals. You're working on school projects or goals. You're working on like having the relationship. Like there are a lot of people in this reading, and this does not apply to everybody, but there are a lot of people in this reading who have someone very, very special in their life. Okay. And there are specific messages that are coming to me about this that I'm going to get to after. Okay. But whatever it is whatever is the most important thing to you right now, and it's the one that comes to mind for this reading, is what it's for. Okay. So again, it's like different for everybody. Sometimes it's a person, sometimes it's not, but you have a special beauty. Okay. And the thing is that there have been some things that have worked and some things that haven't. You're trying to do everything that you need to do to be able to have like the outcome that you're looking for, but it's like you're kind of like struggling with, is this really going to work? Like, I really want this. I really want this really bad. I really want this to stay. Maybe you're fearing that it's not going to stay. There's something within you that doesn't feel safe about what it is you've got, what it is you've built, what it is you're working on. So for some people, it's like this vision is already complete and you've got it, but you think it's going to go away. Other people, it's like you want something really, really bad. You know it's exactly what you're looking for. It is your abundance. It is your fulfillment. It is everything that you want. But it's like you don't necessarily trust that it's staying. It's like it is the sun. It is like your all, essentially. It's like the life, the vitality, enlightenment. But it's like there's something about it that doesn't allow you to trust. So yeah, at the base of this, it's like you're not trusting that everything is safe and everything's going to work out. So this card here, it's actually like a child's card, like from a child's deck, and so that's why it's just got like a very simple picture and just a few words, but it's fantastic. So the spiritual team is saying for you that the only thing that's missing for you to keep your abundance and have this feeling of confidence and calm and safe is for you to trust and allow. All right. So, okay, what else is here? You've got balance and change. All right. This is the 2 of Pentacles. It's in inverse. And so is the Mother of Pentacles, all right? So the Mother of Pentacles is also domestic, loving, and patient. So because things haven't exactly gone your way 100%, it's like you're losing patience with your ability to manifest or create or keep or control. It's like there's a lot of like trying to control the situation within you, that it's like you get stressed out about it. Yeah, you really do. And it's like, it's not that there's, again, it's not that there's anything wrong. I'm not seeing any like, I'm not seeing anything bad in this reading. It's just like your energy is like not trusting, like a little fearful of loss. Yeah, there's a fear of loss here. And it's like you're wondering whether or not you can really balance everything or make all the changes, step into the person that you need to be and do the things that you need to do. It's like you're doubting yourself for some of the things. Like you're doubting your abilities or that everything's going to work out the way that you want it to. Okay? The great thing about this is you actually have the 10 of Pentacles upright. This one is fulfillment and abundance. It's very bright and colorful. If you were to look at this, it's like, message I'm getting is imagine you are the pentacle and you're the star in the very, very, very center. Okay? And then you radiate a little bit of your starness out. Okay? And suddenly it's like the warmth picks up all these other stars, and suddenly you've got all these people and all of these things around you, and it's just like the essence of your vision and, you know, everything. It comes from who you are at your core. It comes from what you really want, and it just radiates out. And you, like the message I'm getting for you is that you do not have to worry. Like you do not have to worry. So let go of that energy. Okay. Yeah, so my attention to it invites the essence of it. And this is upright. So spirit guides are saying that by you paying attention to all of this stuff that's stressing you out and frustrating you, it's like you just attract more of that. And so that's the only thing that's really holding you back from having the trust and like actually feeling the fulfillment that you got. Because from this reading that I'm getting is you actually have so much going for you that you probably are not even aware of how much is going for you. It's like, yes, you see little bits here and there, but your focus isn't on all the things you're seeing. It's all the things that are missing. It's like, I got to do this. I got to do that. I have to make sure that's taken care of. They will only be happy if this is done. I need to make sure they're looked after. I need to, you know, there's recognizing all the pieces that are missing in your master plan or vision, or just trying to take care of everybody's needs and please everybody and stuff. It's like it leaves you in a space of having this kind of cycle go on. And I'm going to see what other messages come in, because there's, okay. So from here, this card, it's like you can see your vision. You're very focused on your vision that's coming from your heart. Okay. It's very clear. The eyes are open. It's got wings. The thing is that you're holding on to it. It's like a fear of letting it go. Now, the message that I'm getting is like, just let it fly. Let it fly. It's not going to go by you. It's not going to leave you. You're not going to lose things. It's like you are going to be able to still have this vision, but it's going to be kind of building out and growing kind of on its own. It's like the number of things that you've got in this reading that radiate out. You've got this one. You've got the sun that radiates out. You've got this other, it almost looks like a sun again with faces radiating out. You've got this circle with the really bright center. You've got a lot of these things in your reading, and you need to just stop trying to hold on to it so tightly. Okay, so your next cards are, and then, okay, this one's a huge key for you right now, and I'm getting acknowledgement for you because you're stepping into following your intuition more. So Spirit is acknowledging you for starting to tune into like, this feels good and this doesn't. This feels good and this doesn't. So Spirit is saying, follow those good feeling thoughts. It's like, hey, this feels great. I'm going to go here. This is something I need to do. These good feeling thoughts are going to lead you right through this maze. Like, you can't see everywhere that you're going. I think that's part of the problem. I had an insight last night, and it's a very simple insight, but it was huge for me. I like to be able to see everything, control everything, map everything out, but then somehow I can never seem to follow the plan exactly. And so that's been very frustrating for me in my life. But I had this realization just last night that I don't need to see everything. And in fact, Spirit is only going to give me the next 2 or 3 steps. It's like, I know the end goal. I know what I'm out to achieve and all of these things. And I have these visions come to me in these dreams, and And it's like, I know what to do, but then my vision is so huge, like huge. Most people couldn't even fit my vision into their minds. But it's like, it gets overwhelming sometimes when I try to keep all of the pieces and every detail in my mind or my thoughts or what's next, what's next, what's next. But I was told last night spiritually, given this message, and I think it applies to you as well, that you're not going to see everything. You're going to see all these pieces, and you're going to be given the next obvious signs. So follow the obvious signs, follow the good feeling thoughts, follow the ones that are like, the ones that you know are meant for you, and that they're going to feel good as you go along this journey. Okay? So I hope that helps. And again, I just combined part of my message in with yours, and it relates to most people in this reading, if not all. I would say like 90% I would say it relates to, and then the other 10% you can throw that out. All right, anyways, then the law of attraction responds to my vibration. So yep, you've been vibrating this fear of loss and this, I'm not sure if I can handle all of these pieces or do it all kind of thing. This is what you've been radiating out. So the law of attraction is responding. It's the exact same thing as this. My attention to it invites the essence of it, and it's just causing this stuff to kind of stay longer and get more. So it's not that things aren't working, and it's not that things aren't going in a direction that you want, because you've got the Ten of Pentacles, and they're totally going in the right direction. But it's like you got your foot on the gas and the brake at the same time. So you're not really going anywhere fast. And if you take your foot off the brake and you just let her fly, things are going to go really fast, but in the direction that you want, because you've already got everything in place. Okay. Next cards you've got, well, we'll go for these ones. So my what is need not influence my what is becoming. That's to the right. And you've got, I'm developing the skill to direct my thoughts. So both of these. So again, with your reading, it looks like you're focused on a lot of what is or what is missing. Okay. So it doesn't matter what you don't have in your life right now, or what you see is not in the physical plane yet, because it's like your job is to develop the skill and continually develop the skill. This is a process that's going to go on in your life, and you're going to get better and better at it, of directing your thoughts to the things that feel good. All right. So this is you following the trail of good feeling thoughts, and you're like, la, 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 and you get there. Okay. You achieve this Ten of Pentacles, no problem, by following that. So use that skill, the following trails of good feeling thoughts, and just continually go into that direction. Do some gratitude exercises. I'm getting a lot of people who watch my channel already do this stuff, but like literally just many times through the day be like, you know, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Oh my God, I'm so blessed. This is great. Like, just continually like bring that in as many times as possible, and you're going to speed up the process. Okay, then you've got the end of a tough cycle approaches to the right, and conclusions are in reach to the right. So yeah, you're definitely very close to achieving your goal. When I say very close, it could be like 3, 6, 9, 12 months, depending on what your goal is. Okay, and that may seem like a lot for some people, but for other people, it's definitely not going to be a lot, because some of the things that a lot of you are putting together are really big. And then other people are putting together like different ones where they have most of it done already. Again, this is general reading. But regardless, it's like the tough cycle that is ending is actually this like, this I can do it, no I can't, what if I fail, blah, 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 you know, or what if I lose it? So that is a tough cycle, is the self-doubt or the lack of faith and trust in everything working out for your best interests. Now, I know that you know deep down that everything can work out. I know that you know that is very clear in this reading. And yeah, and so the only thing that gets in the way is kind of like this lack of patience is one of them. Lack of trust is another. But you're definitely focused, and that's really good. And so your dreams are coming together and manifesting very, very well. So you don't need to worry about anything. Your special beauty is going to be realized. You are strong enough to handle it. Now we're going to bring these things in, okay? You are very strong. You can handle anything, right? even if something feels like it's broken you a little bit, and I'm sure there have been things that have caused you to feel that way some days. Yeah, you're very strong. Yeah, so sometimes, so here's the thing. This keychain, this part is you. This part is like whatever you're grabbing onto. And this has a screw. So all it is you have to screw it into whatever vision that you're looking for and just trust, you know, because when you go somewhere, it's going to go. And, yeah, and so that's going to mean something to some people, and it's not going to be to others. And then this is the spring. So one of the things that I'm getting for you guys is to use leverage. Use leverage, like think about physics, and it's like when everything is together, the message I'm getting for you is to really think logically and intellectually and intelligently for you to have things work easier and better than you're expecting. One of the things that may have been missing was that there are just easier and better ways for you to do things. So it's like if you were to think, what's gonna be the best way to achieve the results right now? Like if I had the biggest bang for my buck, if I was just gonna do one thing right now, what's my next biggest domino? Or what is gonna help this system or this process to be able to work better? Always think of, okay, again, this is getting very specific for some people, but always think of the end user, always think of like what other people's experiences are. And it's like, how can I make this easier to understand for other people, easier to relate, easier to act on? Think about ways that you can actually like, so again, going back to this keychain thing, it's like you can be the one to put your vision on there, or you can make it so enticing for other people that they just like jump on and they get attached and they stay. Okay. And then you don't have to worry. So, your job is to actually think about what other people around you in your situation or whatever need, and then find ways, systems, techniques, methods to make things, work easier, longer, provide the best experience for everybody else, and make things easier for you. Okay. Because there are ways to, and it's so funny because some of these people, like some of you guys in this reading are going to be like in business, and some of you guys are not, and some of you guys are going to be students, and some of you guys are just are going to be thinking about family or relationships, or, you know, there's all kinds of different things, but the message is still the same. There are ways that you can systematize the things in your life and around you to make things easier and more enjoyable for you and for other people. Like, simple systems. And when you think about simple systems and how to simplify everything in your life and how to make things work better, that's going to cause you to calm down a lot. It's going to cause you to have more faith in yourself and your abilities. I mean, you already have the 10 of Pentacles, okay? You're already developing your skill of directing your thoughts. You have the strength. You have like a lot of beauty and support. I mean, you have everything going for you. And systems. There's something about systems. Systems are key for this. So I hope that helps you. Group number 2. If you have anything that you would like any comments you want to say, I want to dedicate this to Ken, who's one of the viewers on this channel. He sent me a lovely message this morning. Said he was out in his garage and that he had this inkling to go on my Facebook page, and on my Facebook page there was a reading for what your senses want to tell you, kind of thing. I don't remember the reading exactly, but he's like, wow, again, every time I go to your readings they're always bang on, and I'm like, thank you, Ken. So yeah, send me a message. I don't always respond to everything right away, and that's because I need better systems myself. Anyways, either way, send me a message. Let me know if you liked it or what resonated, and give it a big thumbs up if you did. All right, take care. Have a great day. Thanks. Okay, if you chose group number 3, this is your reading. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to be asking what you need to hear right now. I've got charms. I'm going to pull out the charms to look at them right now. We're not going to read into them until we do the actual card reading. Okay, and then at the end of it, we'll do your charms. All right, so you have an infinity symbol on, or the number 8 on a chain, broken chain. You have a little red bow tie. You have an orange, I don't know, it's like a rubbery kind of bracelet. You have a dinosaur, rar. You have gentle and good for your words. You have the end, it's like a cap of something. It's white and kind of rubbery. You have like a little zipper pull. You have a frog, a purple stretchy frog. I love these things. They're so fun for me. You have a fortune that says you'll be traveling and coming into a fortune. You have a magnetic little doll that's hanging on the end of a, well, this is kind of creepy actually, but don't read into that part. I'm just noticing. Yeah, so I don't know what my kids got on this thing. It's like red paint, but these are really cool magnetic dolls. So ignore the red paint, but it's like on the chain it says die. And that's why I said it was kind of creepy, because there's like red on this little doll. But I don't actually get the vibe that this reading is creepy at all. It's just, that was just kind of weird. But when I do the charms, everything in this is going to make sense. Okay. All right, so let's see what you got for your cards. And you got a lot of cards, so I hope that we can fit them all in here. You have kindness in the center of your reading. Son of Cups. Father of Cups. Two of Roses. Like I said, it didn't sound like it was a bad thing. The Three of Swords. Okay, got it. Now that makes more sense then. You have I can pivot from feeling bad to feeling good to the right. You got I can give my attention to positive aspects. I need to find out how much more room I have. Okay, so you have my attention to unwanted attracts more unwanted. You have the answers you need are coming. Be bold and make the first move in inverse. And it's time to release negativity in inverse. Okay, so now everything makes sense, even this chick on the end of this, okay? So we'll go into that after. Okay, so give me a second just to tune into everything else of this reading. Okay, very center of your reading is kindness, and this here is the solution to a lot of the things that you're going through right now, okay? Yeah, it's like today your goal is to bring kindness to yourself and to others and to answer things in kindness and be like, what would kindness do? Have some compassion for yourself and for others, okay? You have the Son of Cups, right, which is insightful and psychic, and you've also got the Father of Cups, which is diplomatic and open-minded. You've got the Three of Swords, and this is like heartbreak, turmoil, betrayal, darkness, anguish. Like not anguish, but it's like it's pain. It's not fun. It's being attached to things that hurt. And then you've got the Two of Cups, okay, which is connection, love, and romance. So I'm getting goosebumps from this because like there are so many different people watching this right now, and when it comes to relationships, they're all different. They're all different, and I always want to make sure that I give people like the right answers, because for me, relationships have always been very, very important, something I take very seriously, and I'm going to give you your reading, and it may have things that are uncomfortable, and it also, not everything in this reading is going to be for every person, all right, because yeah, so if I say something and it like it resonates with you, like you already know, okay? If it doesn't, it might not be for you, okay? So, and my intention with this reading, just so you know, is for you to have like the best possible outcome. Like I do a little prayer before I do my readings, and I request answers for you for your best possible life for you moving forward, and for the things that you want for your goals and dreams and fulfillment in your soul's purpose. Okay, so whatever comes out of this reading is going to actually be good. Okay, and sometimes I discuss things that may be difficult or painful. So, and sometimes it's not even a message for you, and often it is a message for you. So, yeah, take what resonates and leave the rest. Okay. So I'm getting the indication that you're a very, very intuitive person, right? You're also emotional, you're creative. You kind of go between like this lightness and darkness, which what I see over here, and this is interesting, is you've got the Two of Cups and you've got the Son of Cups, and look how like this has like colors coming out of this cup, and it's like a lighter color card, and the Two of Cups is like connection and love and romance, and you know, it's like, you know, who doesn't want the Two of Cups, right? And then on this other side, you've got like this heartbreak and this sadness and this sorry, I'm even losing my voice with that. It's like, it's uncomfortable, it's painful, it's like, it's bringing out like your this is me channeling from the imagery as well. Okay, so it's bringing out like your darker character. You've got a lot of cups energy, all right, and that's great. And then it's like one side of you is this like light loving self, and then like this other part of you is like this dark negative self. Okay, some of you guys, this actually does apply to your relationships, and other people, don't mind me, my chair is really squeaky, I gotta move. Okay, so some of you guys, it actually applies to your real relationships in life, and other people in this reading, it applies to the relationship that you have with yourself and the world. And it's like you've got this contradictory thoughts. You've got this love and you've got this dark, and what's happening is this like darkness and this pain is causing you to have challenges in your relationships, and also to not trust and kind of look for things that are not working or that could be going wrong, right? Yet you try to stay open-minded, and you try to be diplomatic, and you try to make sense of everything, but you still have like this pain and this judgment and doubt and fear that is coming from something that has happened in your past. And it could have been something that happened in the relationship that you're in now. Like there may have been some trust broken. There may have been some kind of like, there may have been infidelity for some people. Maybe on your part, it may be on their part. It may be that you just fear that there was. Like it might not even have actually like happened, but somehow in your mind and in your thoughts, you have like this stressed out, untrusting, like you can't relax, and you have difficulty like being, like you want to be this light person all the time and be loving and have all of this, but you're not, because you've got these like annoying, painful thoughts that keep poking at you, telling you that, you know, maybe you're wrong, or maybe you can't have love like that, or maybe like that kind of thing doesn't exist, or maybe you're going to be having these back and forth battles forever, or maybe you're doomed, or maybe life sucks, and maybe, you know, maybe this, that, and the other thing. So here's what Spirit is saying. It's like, you are not your thoughts. You are a being of light. Okay. Yes, it is good to follow your intuition and trust those things, but sometimes you have pattern energy, or you could be picking up on signals from elsewhere. So instead of jumping on everything that doesn't necessarily feel right, there's a lesson in here for you. The lesson is to allow yourself to trust that you have the Two of Cups, and that you have the ability to create the Two of Cups. Even if in your relationships in the past, or the current one you're in, or anything you've gone through, or maybe even with your parents, okay, it could be something with your parents. It's like you had your heart broken big time. And this, sometimes, some people it's an abandonment issue, and other people it's like a betrayal issue. But there's something that is there that's causing like habit energy and habit thoughts that might be actually blocking your intuition. So some of you guys might be actually having this stuff happen. It's funny because I'm actually getting goosebumps. I don't know if you can see my arm, but it's like, whew. Okay, so some of you guys are having all of this block your intuition. So what's happening is you're getting intuitive signals, but then they're getting mixed up with like fears and doubts. And so then you can be thinking, well, how can I be feeling this? I have all of these reasons. And it's like you almost want to prove that something that bad could happen is actually what's happening. Okay? Now, it's not actually what's happening. What is happening is that you actually do have the Two of Cups. You have the love. And you have that, like, you have the connection and the romance. And some of you guys are single watching this, and some of you guys are with people. Regardless, it's like when people connect with you, it's very real. It's very pure. It's very honest and authentic and fun. And, you know, there are a lot of people, it's like people would commit to you in friendships and relationships and stuff. It's like you're somebody who has this loving, amazing quality, okay? You're also very, very creative. You're also, you're very artistic. And you've got these qualities about you. And I mean, people even fall in love with the light and dark. But the thing is that you have such fears about people leaving you or abandoning you or doing something bad to you that it gets in the way of even your closest and most wanted relationships. Okay? So your goal, like Spirit is very clear in this message for what you need to hear right now. It's like, be kind to yourself. Like yourself more than anybody else. It's like, recognize that a lot of this stuff is just pattern energy from your past. For some of you guys, it might even be from past generations and past ancestors that was passed down to you through your DNA. Because we can actually retain feelings, vibrations, memories, and things through cellular DNA. It's really crazy when you think about it, but at the same time, it's like you could be, by allowing yourself to really become this and be kind through this transformational process, because that's what's needed, you could actually be clearing generations of hurt and heartbreak. I mean, generations. That would be crazy. When I say crazy, I don't mean it's actually crazy. I mean, it's like really, really good for you to do, but it's a process, and it's a very gentle process. You know, you can't beat up on yourself to be able to make yourself feel better. And I think that that's what a lot of you guys do. Okay? Whew. So, anyways, you've got, I can give my attention to the positive aspects to the left, and you've got, I can pivot from feeling bad to feeling good to the right. So this is something that you need to work on moving forward. Pivoting. Recognizing that this is like, oh great, I'm in that space again, I'm feeling like this again. You know? Instead of allowing it to bring you on a downward spiral, remember in the past, it only takes 1 or 2 times for you to have done this and achieved it in your life for you to know that it's possible. Okay? So I can give my attention to positive aspects. You know that you've done it before. You know that you were able to get yourself out of these funks before. You know that it just takes a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more. It's like, what's the next step towards me feeling better? What's the next step? What can I appreciate about that thing? Sometimes it's really hard when you're in like a really like negative space for you to think about anything that's good at all. Okay? But the fact that you've done it before in your past is a clear indication that you can do it again. And the thing is that this process, this is work. Okay? People often will avoid doing it because it's like, it's easier to stay stuck. It's not more fun. It's not more pleasant at all. It's really the opposite. But it's like easier to stay stuck than it is to do the little steps to move in the other direction. But think about it this way. It's all about momentum. So if you're going on a downward spiral of negativity and you're like, blah, 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 this is terrible and all this, and it just feels like you could go on forever about how terrible things are. You know, it's hard to just put the brakes on that because it's like everything's seemingly getting worse. But if you can actually just calm yourself to just stop talking for a few minutes, take a few deep breaths, and do something to shift, whether it's having a nap just so you feel a little bit calmer. What I like to do is I like to just get in the shower and feel the water on my hand. Like I will put my hand out and I will just look at the water. And because I don't usually look at the water, like I just shower, but it's like I look at the clearest detail of the water, like every single splash or something, right? Because that brings me present into the moment. It's like a different sensation. And then I just start to go, okay, well, things have been bad, but maybe this shower is washing things away. And I just start thinking about all the things that I would want, you know, to just clear. And coming out of a funk when it's really bad is quite difficult. And so I acknowledge you for doing that if you are. When you're watching this, you could be in an amazing space, right? Or you could be kind of in a funk too. But the thing is this is just recognizing that you have energy that goes back and forth. All right, so this is a skill for you to practice moving forward. You're going to end up getting very, very good at it, very good at it. And you're going to be able to turn your back to the things that bother you and that you don't like. And you don't have to worry that things are going to get worse, because what's going to happen is as you develop this, you're going to start to vibrate at a higher frequency more often, and things will start to get better and better. Okay? So the next card you got is answers you need are coming. Okay? So there may be like you want to know the answers to something and it's just been driving you nuts. All right? So you don't have to keep looking for the answers. You don't have to keep trying to like prove something or find something. The answers are going to show up just naturally, automatically, when you allow yourself to just be kind to yourself, okay? And also recognize that by you paying attention to the unwanted, you're attracting more of the unwanted. So even when, say you get to the point that you're like, all right, I'm ready to let this go and whatnot, you may have spent so much time paying attention to unwanted stuff that you kind of attract something else. Don't let what's around you tell you that, oh, life is always going to be like that. Because what's happened is what you have right now is a result of your past thinking. So what you're creating is going to be a result of your current thinking. And so if you do still create something that isn't wanted, get that it's a process, right? So if something shows up in your life that's not wanted, you can just go, okay, well, this is just what's around me right now. And my thoughts right now are what matter, because my thoughts right now are what's going to manifest something really good. Okay? So the next ones are be bold and make the first move in inverse. Okay, so this is telling me for you not to make the first move right now. It's actually saying for you to spend more time like just being kind and having like simple processes. Rest, meditation, going for walks in nature, looking at any kind of natural thing, even if it's the winter where you live, or even if you don't have a lot of like plants or animals or anything around, just find something that's natural for you to start to like appreciate the simplicity and the complexity and the beauty of it. Just kind of go outside and find things for you to wonder, like to cause wonder in yourself. Yeah, just something that's going to bring some presence and simplicity to your life. And it's time to release negativity. Okay, this is in inverse. So yes, it's time to release negativity, but I think you've been kind of wanting to do that for a while. And what Spirit is saying is, instead of like trying to like, oh, I got to be like this, I have to be better, or why am I like this? Instead of any of that, your goal is just relax and be kind. Okay, relax and be kind. You have this loving, beautiful energy, and people really love and connect with you, and you may not even be aware of it. Okay. Whew. So yeah, when I was talking about ancestral DNA patterns, this is actually something that goes back to your, this isn't just your own energy, by the way. Some of you guys might wonder why you have this and it makes no sense for you in your life. Some of you may know exactly where these patterns came from, but for a lot of you guys, it is passed down for generations, like for many, many, many generations. And so you have an opportunity to clear it. And you might say, well, if it was passed down for generations and they didn't clear it, what makes you think I can clear it? Well, here's the thing. You were drawn to this video right now. Not everybody has ever had this insight. Okay? Chances are your ancestors didn't come across a YouTube video that happened to call out exactly what was happening in their life. So for you, you have this knowledge and you have this awareness, and you know that it comes from being kind. If you don't be kind to yourself, you may end up carrying this on forever. And it would be like, see how this is a chain, but this chain is broken. So it's got the infinity symbol on it. This here is giving the indication that you are able to break this cycle. and you are able to give up this feeling of heartbreak and sadness and, you know, that kind of thing. So you're the one. You are the one. In fact, here. Now you may be female, you may be not. It may just be something that is gone on for times. But look, you've got another chain, and the word on this one says die. Okay, and then you've got a chain that's broken. Okay, and then you have this person. When I first picked this up, they were hanging on the end of it, but it's magnetic. So you have a choice. You have a choice, and it may be uncomfortable, and it may feel bloody. It may feel like you may bring up some thoughts from your past, or some feelings and whatnot that are really uncomfortable, but you have the opportunity and ability to break that easily. It's like you have a choice. Do you want to stick to it, or do you not? Do you want to, or do you not? If you don't want to stick to this energy anymore, you have the ability to let it go. All right? So I'm putting her on that it's time to release negativity, because it is time. When you do so, you are going to find how easy it is to, like, you're going to leaps and bounds, okay? Boom, jump over all the things that are no good for you. It's like the leapfrog game, and it's like, la 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 la, oh, I don't like that. You're going to jump right over. And you're going to be able to really enjoy those Two of Cups that you've got, and you're going to be able to step into your creativity more often. In fact, some of you guys may have been concerned about money and things in your life, okay? And also traveling. You may feel a little stuck in your life. This is you've got an exact fortune that says you'll be traveling and coming into a fortune. All right, so you can breathe. All right, don't worry. These things are coming to you. All right, and it may come to you via somebody else. It's going to be natural. It's not going to be anything like terrible that happens for you to do this. But yeah, when you travel, you're also not going to have all this stuff in your space anymore. You can actually really enjoy it. And I'm getting, for a lot of you, there's something to do with you bringing out your creativity that is going to allow you to flourish. It's going to allow you to tune into who you are and break the cycle of the past, the stuff that's not you. Because I'm getting like some of this is just not you. But again, it's being kind. Yeah, you'll also get to, you'll want to dress up more and have more fun. Okay, that's the message I'm getting. There's a little bow tie, okay, and yeah, there's some really, really, really good things coming to you. Yeah, some of you guys, it's like that real true love that you've wanted, real true love, and some of you guys, most of you guys, it's self-love. And the people that get the true love, they also get the self-love. So it's like some of you guys are looking for that true love. Some of you guys already have it. But either way, you're going to want to be pampering yourself more, doing nice things for yourself, because you're really recognizing that this stuff that clings to you, because again, it was like, whoosh, it clings to you. It ends up, it's like you're going to wash it off. Like literally, you're going to be like, I don't need this anymore. I'm going to be nice to myself, very kind. You're going to be very gentle, and things are going to feel good. Okay? This is the end. It will be the end of a process. All right? And it's got a cap on it, which means it's not going to go any further. So it's like, that's it. When you clear this and you recognize that it's not your burden to carry, it's been going on way too long, you'll let it go. And it's the end of it, okay? And this is a zipper. You're going to be opening some new things, like you're going to be opening some new things as you go through this process. You're going to be discovering things that you never knew existed within yourself, within your family. You're going to end up having conversations with people that you never before thought that you would. Be open-minded to that, because while you're clearing this, you naturally help other people open up and let their stuff out. Okay, so you're going to be a catalyst for other people going through the same kind of process, even if it's a different thing that they're dealing with. It's like by you opening yourself up and allowing yourself to be kind to yourself and others, you're providing a space for other people to clear their own stuff. All right, and then you know what? You're going to also want to treat yourself to something nice. like something that you would want to wear, something that would feel good for you. Some of you guys, it's a bracelet. Some of you guys, it's a hairband. Some of you guys, it's a watch. Some people, it's a skirt. You get the idea. It's going to be something that you put on your body that makes you feel like the loved person that you are. And I don't care if you have to go out and buy it or have somebody else buy it for you, or, you know, find a way, like, don't steal it or anything, but it's like, there's something that you need to do. Or, in fact, some of you guys, you're just going to have it show up. But what's going to happen is you're going to end up finding, or something's going to show up, or you're going to buy something that you wear that's going to have you remember that you're loved. And it's a very good idea, you know, just to remind you that this is not what you need to carry. It is not yours. Even if some heartbreak and stuff happened in these doubts and these fears and suspicions and all that stuff, it's like, that's a lot to carry, and you finally get to let it go. And I feel so much relief after reading this reading. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed your reading. That's all I have for you, group number 3. If you liked it, or if it resonated at all, please give it a thumbs up. Even if it was hard for you to hear, and but it resonated, give it a thumbs up, because every single thing that I can do to help people in their life and do with these readings, every comment or like I get, it just makes me want to help people more. Okay? So thanks so much, and have an amazing day.